What is up, guys? Well, I would talk about a particular ghost video I've seen, a lot of times on YouTube. I've watched it a few times. Obviously, I think it certainly fits in the bracket of fake ghost videos. This is the thing, like, when you look at YouTube. Obviously, I've always been a strong believer in the paranormal, and I do watch a lot of ghost videos on YouTube. Obviously, I watch Newt's Top 5, I watch Flat Time, I watch Chills, you know, and I think, the one thing you do see from watching a lot of their videos is there's a lot of fake ghost videos out there on the internet, videos that are not, in any way real. So, for example, there's a video that I've seen on the internet. It's a guy that he comes across a wrecked car, um, a wrecked BMW that's been abandoned, that's been left in a cemetery. And as he sort of starts to approach the car, he starts hearing a young woman crying. Now, once he gets right up to the car, the crying just stops completely. Now, there's a few things that are wrong with it that don't add up in that video. Obviously, he posted an update on that video, basically saying they fixed the fence. You know, like, bit weird. But obviously, when you watch that video, there's one thing that you look at. A, he didn't look underneath the heart. It could have been anyone. Someone could have been underneath the heart. B, it could have been someone in the boot. But the problem is, if you're thinking someone was in the boot, why? Because obviously he said hello. Do you need light? And you wrote hey. You would think if somebody was in the boot was that hard, they would have responded to him, but they didn't. Now, whenever I watch that video, I've watched it time and time again, and it doesn't strike me as real. It always strikes me as fake. Because that is what it is. It is a fake video. There's no doubt about that. Um, it is a fake video, and there's no other way to really describe how fake it actually is. Like, it is incredibly, incredibly fake, and obviously when you're at that video, you're thinking, Jesus, it's so fake. There's nothing entirely realistic about it. It's fake, fake, fake. It's one of the fakest ghost videos I've ever seen on YouTube, and I have seen some fake ghost videos. I've seen. This is the thing. Like, when you look at ghost videos on YouTube, there's so many ghost videos on there that you can tell are fake. Like, you see that people have fake stuff to try and get views. Like when you see a lot of these videos where you see objects being moved by themselves and things like that, someone could easily be doing that themselves, like pulling it with repeat that object, with a piece of string or whatever. I'm never convinced. I'm not saying that every ghost video on the internet is fake. I'm saying, not saying that. A lot of them could be real. A lot of them could very well be all real, authentic ghost videos. But a lot of them could be fake. There are a lot of fake ghosts. This is what I'm saying. There are a lot of ghost videos on YouTube that you can tell very easily are fake. You can tell just by looking at them that there's nothing particularly realistic about any of them. And that goes without saying. You just gotta be careful. There's so many of these fake ghost videos out there. You just gotta be so careful. It's very easy to identify whether a video is fake or not. I think it's very easy to know when to recognize when a video is fake, or that there was nothing real. There was nothing real about it. And I think you can tell by looking at this video that it was obviously that it wasn't real. It was fake. Anybody can tell that. You don't have to be an expert to recognize the fact that it was a fake video. The audio, it was either the audio of the girl crying. It was either from a vid, like it was either from Like it was either from a video that had been posted online. Like, it was either from a fake. It was either one of those fake videos. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind it was a fake. That was a fake video. Obviously, I mean, I'm not saying that every ghost video on YouTube is fake. I'm just saying that you shouldn't believe that every video you see on the internet is real. But some of them could very easily be fake. You know, I mean, these days it is very easy to fake a ghost video. It's not exactly difficult for people to do that. People wanted to do that, they can do that very easily. It's very easy for people to know how to do it. Obviously, it's very easy for people to find ways of doing that. But obviously, that video I saw on YouTube, by far the fakest, one of the fakest ghost videos I've ever seen. I mean, I get why some people think it's funny to put fake ghost videos out there on the internet, but I'd rather watch a ghost video that was actually real rather than one that's quite clearly fake. Which you can tell that video was. You don't have. I mean, if you were a moron, you'd look at that video and go, "Well, yeah, that was real." But if you're actually someone with common sense, you would look at that video and go, "No, it's fake." Then you could tell that it was fake. 100%. I think a lot of people have recognised the fact that it was fake and that there was nothing really real about it or authentic. It wasn't like a real ghostly encounter or something like that. It was fake, complete. I don't know whether the audio, as I said, I don't know whether the audio had been added in. I don't know if it was actually audio that was playing on some kind of a recorder or something like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the thing. Like, there are so many fake ghost videos out there. Like, sometimes it's hard to know which ones are real and which ones are actually fake. But I guess it's very easy to identify that. If you know what you're looking at. I think sometimes it's very easy to identify that whether a ghost video is fake or is real. Because there are a lot of videos on there that are quite clearly, quite evidently fake and not real at all. But there are a lot of ghost videos on YouTube that are indeed real and are actually real encounters that people have actually had and people have actually experienced. Not everyone that posts a ghost video on YouTube or on any other or on other public social media platforms is faking that. You know, there are some people out there that have had real encounters with the paranormal. Some sort of, whether that's ghost voices, seeing a full-on apparition, seeing things actually move. Sometimes when you see videos of things moving by themselves, they could very well be real. I'm not saying that every video where an object moves by itself is fake, but I'm just saying that some of them have been known to be fake. Some have. There are ways of editing things and that. So I mean, you just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I hope you enjoyed this short little video. I would advise you to check out that video for yourself and just see what you make of it. Because I've seen the video, I think it's fake. I think there's nothing real about it. Check the video out for yourself. It's very easy to find. Just search up Ghost Scout Crying in Cemetery on YouTube, and it should come up. It's very, obviously if you watch the video, you'll see what I'm getting at. You'll see that it's fake. You'll see that that it wasn't an authentic ghost video. I mean, I hate people, to be honest. I hate these people who feel the need to upload fake ghost videos on YouTube, just to try and get a few extra views, which is why a lot of people do it, because they know that people will be stupid enough to click on those videos thinking it's a real ghost sighting when it's not, it's quite clearly fake. And if you're smart enough and intelligent enough to recognize that, it's not a problem. Is if you're a smart person, you'd look at that and go, yeah, it's fake. And you'd be able to tell, you'd be able to recognize that the video is fake or not, whether the video is fake or not. But it is what it is. Um, Yeah, I thought I'd give my thoughts on that fake ghost video that I've seen on the internet. And that's just one of the many fake ghost, like hundreds of, if not thousands, of fake ghost videos I've actually seen on YouTube. This is the thing, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of fake ghost videos out there on YouTube. So you gotta be careful. Some are real, some are not. Simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed this little video anyway. Thought I'd get my thoughts on that. I'll see you for another one soon. Bye bye.